we're making sauteed kale with garlic, pine nuts, and currants. So I'm using curly kale today. You can use any kale you'd like, actually. Some currants for a little sweetness, pine nuts, really good for you. And a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm going to soak my currants in some hot water to soften them. Press the garlic to make it really fine. Now I'm going to cut the leaves off of the stems of the kale. You don't want to use the stems because they're really tough. You want to make sure you have a very sharp knife and just gently shave off the leaves. Then I'm going to chop them up with my sharp knife. You also can just tear the leaves off of the kale. This is a good activity to do with kids. If you have small children, they can just tear the leaves off the stems and then tear the pieces. Then I have a big bowl of kale that I'm going to rinse under some cold water. Next, I'm going to toast the pine nuts in a pan just to bring out their flavor a bit. You want to keep tossing them around a little bit. I'm going to heat up my olive oil in a big saute pan. Swirl around the oil, make sure it gets pretty hot. I'm going to add my garlic, the pine nuts, and the currants together, just to give those a little saute before we add our kale. Keep moving those pine nuts and currants just so you're careful not to burn them. Next, we're adding in the kale, a couple bunches at a time. So we're going to keep adding in the kale, and it's going to look like a very big mound of kale, but no worries, it shrinks down quite a bit. Add a little salt and pepper to it. Bring out the flavor of all the pine nuts and the currants and the kale, and keep moving the pan around because this is going to be quite hot. You want to keep moving it so it doesn't burn. I'm going to keep adding some more kale until it's all fairly wilted and soft but still bright green. I'm going to add a little bit of water just to steam it a little bit at this point. Splash of vinegar to bring out the flavor of the currants and just add a little sweetness, natural sweetness. Continue sauteing and mixing. And there you have it. A great side dish for a winter meal.